Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And as you know, George, Harry has become an ambassador of sorts for his grandmother as she celebrates 60 years on the throne. We had the rare opportunity to sit down with the prince, who's known for his cheeky sense of humor and love of partying a bit. But we got to see the warm and personal side when we talked about what his grandmother means to him. She may be the Queen of England to us, but to Prince Harry, she's just Granny. And now even he's seen his most famous relative in a whole new light. When you look back on her 60 years, what most impresses you about your grandmother?
When we were young, it was very easy to take our grandmother for granted. You know, she was just a grandmother to us. And it's only really sort of been over the last sort of 5, 8, 10 years that I've actually really learned to sort of understand and accept the huge deal that she is around the world, especially within the UK.
Do you think that the Queen's ability to change with the times has helped the monarchy endure?
Yes, without a doubt. She's managed to get the family to move with the times. And I think that's incredibly important. You can't get stuck in an old age situation when everything else around you is changing. So you have to go with it.
And now she has a YouTube page.
And all those.
She hasn't friended you on Facebook?
No, she hasn't. Why has she friended you?
No, not yet. Hopefully after this interview she will.
Yeah, well,
to celebrate the Queen's 60th year on the throne, Prince Harry hit the road, a race through Central and South America to greet and thank his grandmother's subjects.
Obviously, I bring to you the warmest greetings from the Queen of Belize, whose Diamond Jubilee we're celebrating here tonight.
In some ways, it was like any royal visit, walking through cheering crowds, sitting through performances, and shaking hands, and more hands. In other ways, not so much. To royal watchers, it looked like the prince had not only found his groove, but also his own unique way to express the values of his grandmother, who became monarch when she was just 25. You're 27, your brother is 29. Can you imagine taking on that level of responsibility at such a young age?
No, not a chance. This tour itself has been a brief insight as to what she had to deal with at a very young age, what she's achieved and what she's done, and you know, at the age of 25, confronted with the world's media, you know, and you can see it in her face now. You can see it in the way that she parades herself. It's just so immaculate, and she's learned from all the years of experience, basically.
What is she like as just as Granny?
Really very, very normal, very relaxed. But you know, she obviously takes a huge interest in what we all do. You know, that's her children as well as her grandchildren. You know, she wants to know which charities we're supporting, how life is going in our jobs as such. So she has a vested interest in what we do. In
other words, just like any normal grandmother. But of course, in the Windsor family, normal is a relative term. For instance, I heard there was a small intimate wedding at Westminster Abbey last year. Yeah, you said you were as nervous as your brother at the time.
So I was massively nervous. Everybody was nervous, and the whole thing was a bit of a blur, to be honest, because there was God knows how many millions or billions of eyes focused on us. Luckily, mainly those two.
It must have been so wonderful to see him so happy, but hard not to have your mother there.
No, of course it was. You know, I think she had the best seat in the house, probably. Yeah, she would have loved to have been there. She would have loved Kate.
When I spoke with your brother, he said even though your mom wasn't able to attend your wedding, that she had the best seat in the house.
Yeah, definitely. No, she did.
You must have missed her so much that day.
Yeah, it was very difficult. I'd sort of prepared myself beforehand so that I was sort of mentally prepared, so I didn't want any wobbling lips or anything going on. It's the one time since she died where I've thought to myself it would be fantastic if she was here, and just how sad really for her more than anything not being able to see it, because I think she'd have loved the day, and I think hopefully she'd be very proud of us both for the day, and just very sad that she's never going to get a chance to meet Kate.
Well, that's a moving moment.
Yeah, sweet, you know, for him to talk about his mother. You know, I was slightly trepidatious to bring it up because it is so personal. and private, but he was quite generous
And
in
Harry
speaking about Diana.
And Harry put it so well, the best seat
Yeah,
in the
I thought
house.
that was very, very sweet as well. And Harry, I think, is really coming to his own. And really, this trip to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee helped him do that.